I completely agree with all of those things. And Christy, you touched on something that is a huge fear of mine and has been a huge fear of mine since I first started working with Research Beagles, which is if we do all this work and there are people working really, really, really hard to get these dogs out of these facilities, if we do all this work and we as the general public are not prepared for these dogs, then it's all, is it all wasted? Because we don't want them to be surrendered. We don't want them to be euthanized because they bit someone, right? And like, I think it is our duty as human beings who benefit from animal testing, it's our duty to then prepare ourselves for the dogs when they get out. And that's something that I've thought of since the beginning and why I've devoted the past 2.5 years of my life to creating as many resources and helping as many people with these dogs as possible, because they are different. And even with Casey, that she is a well balanced dog, but she still had startle reflexes. She still was scared of the TV turning on. She was afraid of the water fountain at your house. She was afraid of the refrigerator door noises. Like she was afraid of all those things. And these dogs, that's just a small scale of things that they deal with. And with John and Lori and myself, we want to help as much as we can, and we will help anyone as much as we can, because that is what we should be doing for these dogs.
I just want to say this thing, and this is what I'm really proud. I am so grateful and proud to work with Kindness and with Chelsea, with John, their teams, and also grateful for the fosters and adopters who really utilize our resources and take it in and want to do the very best. I think what John said is really important about the long-term changes and the approach that he's taken and quite successfully and still going. There's so much more to do. If the system allows for this, the system is where the change needs to happen. And what I love about all of us is that this is a holistic approach, because there are a lot of band-aids to so many things that go on in animal welfare. And the system is going to the root. And when you hit the root of the issue, you make long-term change. And that's the role, I think, John, without speaking for you, because you already said it so beautifully, I think that's simply the role that our organizations have decided to take. And other organizations have taken other roles. And we, of course, wish them all the best and hope, and they're making their change in their way, I guess, is what I'm saying. But the system allows it, and the system is where we would like to change it.
I hope that answers your question, Christy. You
really,
I think so.
You really touched on something. We're like, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's jump on those soapboxes and just go.
Yeah.